Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am going to look at this older figure today. I got it at the comic book shop the other day. I had credit over there and I saw this and it looked pretty cool. This is actually over 10 years old now. It came out when the 2011 remake cartoon came out. And if you see down here, you can see so they made figures that went along with that new Thundercats cartoon back in 2011. And then they went back and did some retro styled looking ones that look like the originals with that same line. It's from Bandai, or how do you say that? So, I didn't pay $35 because I got a little bit of a deal on it, but mainly it's credit I had, so I guess I kind of did. But just looking at the packaging here a little bit. Thundercats. Oh. Alright, let's see what it says. Create action poses. Include sword, dagger, claw, shield, and extra hand. Roaring back into action. These highly detailed and articulate figures are based on the classic 1980s animated Thundercats series. Yeah, let's see. 18 points of articulation. And then, of course, this is Lion-O. Okay, so I'm going to see best way to open this one. I hadn't opened one of these before. I think two pieces of tape at the top. And then it's already kind of torn a little bit back here. Okay, here's this neat little bend of a thing that opens. That's different. I guess because of the way the plastic was shaped for the packaging. Okay, it slides up pretty good. And the back has the Thundercats emblem. That's pretty cool. And there's a little thing in here, kind of like the He-Man thing, bigger. Okay, let's see. Showing how to swap the hands out, how to put the weapons in the hands. And then shows how you can put the little dagger inside the glove. Alright, so we didn't leave any details out of that. Pretty much everything you need to know about common sense action figure stuff. This sword goes up through here, and then it goes down through here. And there's no real way to get that out without bending it, but I guess it doesn't matter because it seems like it's pretty bendable now that I see that. I don't like that. That is super soft. I mean, it's just it's not rigid enough. I know they worry about kids, but these are not made for kids necessarily. A lot of the stuff's made for adult collectors. So, I don't know. I guess you could try to get your kids interested in it and says ages 4 up on the box, but I guess just like we liked it when we were kids, I guess they'd like it, but I don't know. I just hate that swords. The sword we had with the one back in the, I think, LJN line, it was a good one. It didn't look like that. So, probably going to be my #1 complaint on this figure is this sword. I might have to 3D print one or something when I get my 3D printer up and running. I bought a 3D printer and I have not even got a chance to hook it up yet. So hopefully this week will be the week. And then there's going to be a big learning curve on that because I have never done 3D printing. So I'll try to do some videos on that though. All right, let's see what we got here. He's kind of, the plastic he's made out of is kind of PVC type plastic, I guess. It feels different than your other figures like He-Man and Star Wars. Got a real PVC kind of feel about it. Real slick. It's sturdy. I don't know. That PVC just kind of makes it feel cheaper to me for some reason. Kind of like those Jakks Pacific versions of the 12-inch versions they put out. It kind of feels like that. But it's okay. It looks good. I'm mainly going to be displaying him, so display's good. Alright, let's see. We need to change out his hand. Well, first, let's look at this. It's got a slot for this dagger to go in on the glove. And it goes in like that. And let's see. That glove is actually a hand. So it ain't like the glove slips over the hand like the old one. I don't know if you can see in there. There we go. So it just snaps on just like one of the hands does. So you can take that off and put the regular hand on. But for playability, it's a little trickier than when we were just slipping it on and off when we were kids. If I can get the new hand on, it's hard to get on there. I don't think a kid could do this because I can't do it. Okay, I'm afraid that would break real easily. That swivels back and forth. We'll try it here. I hope I don't break it. I think if a kid did this a lot, it wouldn't last long. So I'd say this is definitely an adult collector issue. Dang. Okay. He may be handless for now. Okay, I cannot get that on there. I'll pop that off. Try this one. Okay, that one went on. I don't know why this one doesn't want to go on. Unless it's got a flaw. Wasn't made big enough or something. Maybe that's why we got instructions. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Snap on. Snap on. Doesn't really tell you anything different. Thought maybe there was a trick to it. That's why they had all those instructions. Okay, I got it. Whew, that was not easy. Now, the question is, do I want to display him with his glove or without? Because that was a lot of work. I don't want to do that a lot. Alright, let's see how this looks. This flimsy sword in his hand. Okay. The hand's hard and the sword hilt is softer, so you have to kind of just press it in there. Alright, the sword still looks really warped to me, but I might kind of heat that up and smooth it out a little bit for display purposes. His head goes back some if he wants to look up, but you don't want to stay back, it pops up really easy. Alright, so he can have his arms go out. It's got the turning at the shoulder. It also has turning at the biceps. It's got the pegs at the elbows, so it does not have swivel elbow. It's got swivel hands, as we saw when we were trying to swap them out. Legs turn at the top, and the knees have the double hinged joints, so he's pretty posable, but it does show the pegs. And then the legs, the ankles go back and forth, but they are not swivel. So, oh, and it does turn right here too at the calf. So it does have pretty good articulation. Turns at the waist, and also up here underneath his diaphragm. And then the legs can go out. So it does have a lot of range of motion. I like it overall. That sword's flimsy, and swapping that glove out was very difficult. But other than that, it's a good figure. I like it. As far as like setting it up one time and posing it, I don't know as far as playability goes how much I'd care for it, but I think for playability purposes, I would like this to snap on like the old one did, kind of where even if it's open on one side, just kind of snap over it. I do like the dagger fits in the glove. That's pretty cool. You can see it has a slot where it fits down in there. So that's pretty cool. I like that part. I don't mind that the hand snaps on and off if it was easier to do, but that was a nightmare. And then he's got I don't even know if he really needs a second right hand. I mean, they're not that far off. This one grips, and that one's got like it's not wide open or anything, like outstretched. So I like it though. I'm going to pose this with my 80s figures and have him fighting a Inhumanoid or something. I'd say he's not a 6-inch figure. He looks bigger than a 7-inch figure, actually. Not sure what scale this would be. It could be on a 7-inch scale, I guess. It must be a 7-inch scale. And he has a little number on his butt. I wouldn't have minded a separate head that swaps out, but if it was as hard to swap out as that hand, it might not be worth it. I'm going to try to put the other one back on. Just curious. I think this hand might be a little deformed and the hole's wasn't produced big enough. So I'm going to try putting this back on and see if it pops back on easier. Or harder, as the case may be. Oh, okay. That popped on a lot easier. So, I'm thinking this hand, maybe everybody else's pops on a lot easier than that one did. It could just be a factory flaw. As you did it more often, it might loosen up enough that it swapped out easier. I accidentally put him in kind of a cool pose while I was doing that hand, actually, so that's kind of neat. I didn't even mean to put him in that pose, but he just accidentally ended up in that. That's pretty cool. I think I'll just leave him in that pose right there. All right, well, so thanks for watching. This is the Bandai Lion-O, I think a 7-inch scale figure from 2011. It's based off the original cartoon, but it came out with the new 2011 Thundercats cartoon line. And takeaway from this is that glove hand was really hard to swap out with this hand, and the sword's very bendable, flimsy, bent. But other than that, it's a good figure. I like it. I'm not against kind of tweaking some figures. So when I get my 3D printer set up, I may try to make a 3D print of that sword that's not bent looking, and I'll probably just display him with the glove on and not worry about that hand so much. So as far as that goes, I'll probably just leave it. I like the glove on, but I like the sword in the glove, but this sword's the same as that sword. It just, when he activates it, it gets long. So it can't really be in there if he's got the sword in his hand, or that means he's got two swords, two of the same sword. So I'd have to display him without that, technically. All right, well, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like these older reviews of figures that's not new. Let me know. If you just want me to stick to the newer stuff coming out, let me know. I guess everybody's different, but maybe you're looking at some stuff on eBay and you want to check it out, and you're trying to figure out if it's something you want or not. So, an older item. So, let me know. And I just want to point out one more thing real quick. It always bugged me. He has 4 fingers and a thumb. What happens to that 4th finger when he puts that glove on? Because do 2 fingers go in one finger hole? Because he only has 3 fingers and a thumb when he puts the glove on. I don't know. That just bugs me. It's just one of those things. Okay. Thanks for watching.